Follow It is about two people. You have Ruby, everyday girl, and then you have Levi, an everyday guy. And it just follows them throughout a day in their life and sort of the struggles they face and the issues they face with social media.
I strive in every instance, look in the heart of a warrior and you can feel my imprint. Little brother, look where you at. Think about your life and all the shit that make you bad. When shit hit the fan, don't you know you have to attack?
I wrote it to be very real, very realistic, very relatable. There's actually no dialogue in the whole episode that you really hear. None of the main characters actually talk. And the reason I wrote it that way is just so we as an audience can just watch these two people going through a day in their life. You know, no dialogue, no words, you just see all the emotion. I just wanted to make it as realistic and relatable as possible because these two characters, they're really representing society, particularly the millennial generation. They're not famous, they're not Instagram famous, they're not anything crazy, you know, they're just two human beings trying to live their life.
This one is fed.
MILF.
Start.
BMW as well. And it's an M2.
It had no dialogue. It really needed something else, and I just wanted to put some great music tracks on them. And we found a couple of really awesome Australian artists. We found a few overseas as well. But yeah, especially that opening track. It's by Safe and it's called Young Kings.
Sleeping on my young dreams, kicking it with the young kings, trying to stay alive cause the daylight bring the night screams. Third world born, my flow wet like blood streams.
In terms of like the pressures that Ruby and Levi go through, so obviously as a woman, you know, I can identify with Ruby's struggles. Like I definitely drew inspiration from my own life and my friends' lives and my family's. Just, you know, the struggles that they face when it comes to social media and the pressures that it sort of gives you as a person. You know, you can be following people that you really like, but you can still feel the sense of pressure to be like them or to be perfect or to only show the happy moments in your life. And then on the contrast with guys, I just really wanted to show, you know, guys and girls, like it's not just girls going through this as well. I think guys feel a lot of these pressures as well. They just might not talk about it as much. Pressures that Levi sort of goes through, I did a lot of research online. I went onto YouTube quite a lot. I do this a lot with my writing if I'm doing any topic that's quite intense. I speak to people and I just watch people and I observe people a lot. Obviously I have 3 brothers as well and I've seen what some of them go through even though they might not talk about it. Especially I have a younger brother as well and he's sort of at that age where there's so many pressures on you, which is, you know, around 17. And you're trying to figure out who you are in the world as well, and I think social media doesn't help with that all the time. The idea of the split screen is just, I wanted to show these two people side by side. You know, I wanted to show the differences between what Ruby faces and what Levi faces in the world. But at the same time, I wanted to show the similarity between these two characters, that although their struggles and pressures might be different or contrasting or opposing, they still struggle with them mentally. They still go through these difficulties and these pressures and this need to be a certain way in society. In terms of filming the split screen, we actually had to always think about, wait, which side am I filming this on? And we actually had to put some tape over the camera So we'd just black out half of the camera and we'd just film on this little side here, which was quite fun. So the ending of Follower, as most of the endings of these episodes, it's open to interpretation. But you sort of see this difference in the two of these characters. You know, at the start, they're trying to please people. They're trying to be a part of this group that doesn't really fit them. And then at the end, they both walk alone. And I feel like really symbolizes sort of the self-acceptance, independence, and learning to love yourself. They realize that what they were trying to achieve just wasn't working and it wasn't making them happy.